Hello. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. By the end of the week, we finally flipped to a warm pattern. So that's the good news, and it looks like a fairly sunny week overall. So we are getting there. Our mental health might even be helped by some of this weather coming later this week as well. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. From my yard to yours, I hope you are doing all right. And let me make sure I'm loading the comments appropriately. I hope you are doing okay in this time, but the good news is that we have decent weather ahead of us. 60 degrees tomorrow, not too bad overall. It is, yes, still low below average, but not a terrible way to start the week. Yes, there's some downside. Maybe our windiest day of the week, 25, 30, maybe a couple 35 mile per hour gusts here or there. But any showers that pop up won't be heavy, won't last long. We may even see a thunder shower, but it is not looking like it's going to be a high threat. So that's the good news. It's not really much that we're looking at. Overall, it's a dry week ahead, and that's what I wanted to point out is the trend is our friend. We have the middle week transition, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see how the warm front hopefully goes through, but there's high confidence Friday, Saturday, Sunday that we finally see some warm weather. We're flipping a switch on to warmth for May. It is finally happening, and I don't love 80, 85, 90 degrees, but I'm ready for a little less chilly. So anyway, today at least was an 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed it. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Liz, thanks for tuning in. Much nicer day today. I hope you had a good one, and I did. I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, here's the thing. Coming this weekend, we could see some mugginess. Maybe Friday afternoon, but more likely Saturday and Sunday. We start seeing some of the muggy scale, maybe dew points around 60, so a hint of humidity, maybe a little bit moist. So we'll see. It could be, really feeling summery by later this weekend. So keep that in mind. We're getting closer to summer. Let's see, have I missed any comments? Hey, Gretch, thanks so much. The week is something to look forward to. Yes, indeed. I hope you're doing well. And I'm trying comments off screen a little bit. Jen, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you are well. And Denver, yes, happy Mother's Day to my mom, which I will talk to right after this. Mom, if you're watching, I promised I'll tune into the video chat shortly. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope we wish you well from Capital Weather Gang. Thank you for being a mother in this time. It's very challenging. I can't even imagine school, work, doing it all, trying to do it all. It's a very stressful time. Caitlin, now with the heat, will you have any impact on the virus? There have been some studies that need some more scientific rigor about helping coronavirus mitigation during the summer, and we have more of that on the blog, capitalweathergang.com, and I'll try and find a link for you for directly after this broadcast. So that's a good question, but the quick answer is don't hold your breath. Vilnius, glad to hear our roses will get a break from the rain. Yes, it does look like a dry week ahead. And here's what's interesting. Let me look at precipitation for the entire next week. This is by the time you talk to me next Sunday for our next Sunset Sunday broadcast and Q&A together. Not much rain is happening. That's maybe 1/10 of an inch for DC, maybe out near Woodstock along I-81, 1/4 inch of rain if you're lucky, 0.2 inches. A little more north and east. You can see Baltimore has a little over 1/4 inch potentially. That's where the front might get stuck in that region later this week, hopefully north of town, allowing DC to get into the warm section earlier this week. But overall, a dry, sunny week, and it could help our mental health. That is my argument. We just have to get through the transition, but we warm up big time by Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's the good news. And we could get pretty warm indeed. And the other good news is that it's high confidence in the weather models. And you might see there on Monday, a little windsock. Let's see, let me point to it right there on the lower part. There we go. There's a little windsock right here on the Monday forecast, and that just is to indicate windy conditions. So let me remind you, tomorrow could be our windiest day of the week, with gusts tomorrow 25 to 35 miles per hour. So that's the downside, but more sunny moments than not tomorrow. High temperatures, yes, below average, but not as chilly as they have been. Around 60 degrees is not too bad tomorrow. So keep that in mind. We might have to dodge, yes, a shower or two, maybe a quick rumble of thunder, maybe, but it looks light. It looks like a quick thunder shower or showers in the next 12 hours or so, 24 hours. So don't worry too much about rain. Again, it's a pretty dry week, and we're looking forward to this warming trend, assuming this warm front can get through here on time, Wednesday, Thursday, but definitely we have high confidence by Friday, Saturday, Sunday that we have a major warm up ahead. All right, let's check the comments. Scott, should we expect the pollen counts will now soar? Well, go to cwg.news/pollen. We have talked about it being a weird pollen season, and indeed we could see a pollen spike. I'm feeling it today. Trees remain high. Weeds, luckily, that's more of an autumn thing. Those are absent, but some grasses are coming in. A little bit of mold, as you can see there, Scott. So as an allergy sufferer, I am not necessarily looking forward to the warm air that's coming by Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think you and I should maybe prophylactically once a day, just as we wake up, we're gonna have to take some allergy medicine just to be safe. That's, yeah. Hello, Nick from Kent Island. Thank you for tuning in. That's excellent. It might be a nice night out on Kent Island. Jim, indeed, a little bit hot and maybe a little bit muggy. So here are the temperatures for this upcoming weekend. And it could get into the 80s, but I wanted to point out we could even get a little bit muggy. I'm breaking out for the first time this season the muggy scale, so maybe dew point 60 degrees or so, maybe a little more. So it could be a little bit moist, as you see there, becoming a little bit unpleasant potentially by this weekend. So, I mean, we'll take it, right? It's been so chilly. I think we're looking forward to this warm up overall. What's the record high temperature for any month? Gosh, our highest temperature in DC, I want to say, is 108 from memory, but I'll make sure of that, Brad. That's a good question. And that was in July. So we're not even thinking about the record high just yet, but it is 106. Thank you. I now have that confirmed. All right, any chance we get the forecast video flipped again? No, I do not want to flip the video. I hope you can see me okay today. I'm trying this beta system where I can see some comments on another device and you can hopefully see the graphics more clearly in frame. Please let me know. Feedback welcome. Michael, let's see, you ask, what are the chances of cooler summer, say more 80s and 90s? Low chance at this point. The whole globe, in fact, is looking like it is going to be above average for this year. We're tracking and the atmospheric signals for DC, let's say, are looking like an above average temperature regime this summer, and so with the globe as well, on average. Kenny, did the farmers see much freezing damage? I heard decent news. I don't have a good collection since it's the weekend and Sunday especially to hear many reports of massive frost and freeze damage from this weekend, but I'm encouraged by, so far, the lack of no news, maybe good news. So let's see, let's look ahead to next week. This is looking at a week out, just so you know, after our warm-up happens by this late week into this weekend. It looks like it might continue into next week as well. The orange there you see is a very decent probability. Atmosphere is signaling a very decent probability of being above average. And you might ask, what's our average? Well, currently today it's 74 degrees. So I think by tomorrow we are 75 degrees. By the time you see me next Sunday, it will be 76 degrees. So use 76 as a benchmark when you see above average and a decent probability of being above average at that. It is looking like it will be above 75, 76. So closer to upper 70s. If not into the 80s next week as well. Details, of course, to follow us anytime at capitalweathergang.com. And for the latest, go to cwg.news/latest for our latest forecast. I think we're publishing soon our PM update from Greg Porter. I think we'll have that out for you later tonight. But our forecast from this morning with Brian Jackson is still good on the blog right now. Feel free to check it out. Precipitation-wise, looking to next work week as well. Some chance of being above average. Not a huge signal of being highly likely above average, but we might see a little bit more rain than we might generally expect next week overall. And we're running, gosh, almost 3 inches above average for the year, I believe. So keep that in mind. We don't necessarily need rain right now. And when I look ahead to this week and don't see high rain chances, I'm actually, I think gardeners might agree with me, we're okay to dry out for a little while, okay to warm up that soil. And here's the estimated accumulated rainfall over the coming week. Not too much. More than more north and east of town, but south central, there it is into Virginia. It looks like the driest spot over the coming week, but overall I think you can classify this as not a very wet week ahead. So spotty showers, maybe a couple thunder showers here and there, a couple rumbles of thunder, but not too much to worry about. And if you're interested in looking in a retrospective way at this May chill that we just got out of, go to cwg.news/May chill. Matt Cabucci wrote a great article, and there's your link for you. And you can also touch on my face, and popping up below, I believe on your mobile device, you can see all the links. And if you're on your desktop or laptop, all the links above that we're talking about during this broadcast as well. So it's been a cold one, and gosh, I'm ready to warm up. I don't know about you. Oh, and here's a good tidbit on the sun. Right now we have a day length that's really getting up there. Over 14 hours, we don't quite get by June 20th, our longest day. We don't quite get to 15 hour of a day length, but we get close. We're going to gain about 47 more minutes of day length by June 20th. Our sunrise is about to go before 6 a.m. Getting a little early for me, but that's okay. I am a morning person. And now you can see our sunset is after 8 p.m. So I hope you're enjoying these late sunsets, and that's why I'm broadcasting later and later recently as we get these sunsets that are later and later. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you can see my graphic system okay. This beta is good. Brad, I think the chances of temperatures above 106 this summer, I don't agree with you being that high of a probability of 106 or higher, but we'll see. I mean, it's been a while since we've had sustained 100 degrees for summer temperatures. Heather, do you think we could see more cooler temperatures into June? Can't rule it out, but overall, on balance, on average, the month of June is also looking like it will be at least average, if not warmer than average. But as we get to the end of this month of May, we will of course release our June outlook for you. We like doing that with a little bit higher confidence than our seasonal outlooks. But overall, atmospheric signals for June and the summer overall are pointing, they're indicating for some above average temperatures. So expected generally to be a warm summer. Tracy, thanks so much for the feedback. Andrea, do you have a texting service? Not yet. We do not have that, but I love that idea. And let's see, what else have I missed? Coffee Stoker, thank you for tuning in. We love you for tuning in as well. Thank you so much. Lori, you can see the images. I'm so happy about that. So let's put up, while I'm taking some questions here, here's the week ahead. We're very excited to report maybe an improvement in our mental health coming with some warm air by the end of the week. High confidence, actually. Maybe not on the exact timing, Wednesday, Thursday, as we start getting a little more comfortable, a little warmer, but by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking much warmer, and we're popping above average. Our average temperature this time of year, let's pull that up. It's about mid-70s, 75 degrees. Let me allow you to see that. There we go. That's our average. Starting tomorrow for most of the week is 75 degrees. So we are looking finally at getting at or above our average temperature by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I hope you are looking forward to that. Now remember, there's a little bit of downside. We could see some mugginess by this weekend. So it is getting closer to summer, and dew points could get near 60, maybe a little bit above. So we could get slightly unpleasant by this weekend. So keep that in mind as well. And I think, let me check the questions before I go off the air in a few minutes. Katrina, you came in late. Allergies are going crazy. The pollen is indeed high. I am on a lot right now with eye drops and medicine to be able to hopefully not look too allergic on screen here. But yes, trees are high. Weeds, we're waiting for the autumn on that, thank goodness, but grasses are coming in as well, and a low concentration of mold, but keep that in mind, that's there as well. So you're not imagining things if your eyes and nose are bothering you. Allergies are here, and with the warmer weather this week, I think we have good chances of seeing a little bit of a pollen plume, a little spike in pollen develop later this week and into the weekend. Go to more on that, cwg.news/pollen. We talked about how we could see a pollen spike in May, and it might come true with this warmer weather coming up. Thank you so much for your feedback, Dennis. Really appreciate it. You can see everything clearer. And you're looking forward, Andrea, to this weekend's weather? Excellent. I am glad. And what else? Kit, it was a great day today. 8 out of 10. I hope you agree with our rating, our daily digits of 8 out of 10. You got a nice long ride in, and you're looking forward to the end of the March weather. Yes, indeed. And thank you all very much for tuning in. I think I have gotten caught up. And Scott, you missed the iPad mini, but I'm glad you can see the new format and graphics okay. And I just have to have a third device here. I'm turning into mobile Maven here. I've got 3 devices just to see produce the graphics for you. Not much rain tomorrow. Here's estimated rainfall for the next 24 hours. Any thunder showers or quick showers will indeed be quick and light. So I'm glad you can see those graphics okay. But the high temperatures, even if we do see a spotty shower, especially tomorrow morning, high temperatures around 60 are not too bad. So below average, yes, but more sunny moments than not. You know, it's better than 50s, right? So we'll see how warm we get. We do have a little bit of a wind chill to deal with tomorrow. 25, maybe 35 mile per hour wind gusts are possible. So keep that in mind. There will be a slight wind chill. I'm sorry, but we're getting there. This should be the windiest day of the week. And you'll see in the week ahead forecast, I love this graphic by weather.us. You can see the potential ranges of temperature and where the main weather model thinks the temperatures will end up. The warming trend starts Wednesday, Thursday, and I think we'll get to 60 or so Monday and Tuesday. That's a little cool, but you'll see down here at the bottom, the wind sock for Monday. That is showing you that Monday might be indeed the windiest day of the week using that wind sock. And yes, you see a raindrop up there as well. So slight chance of a shower, maybe even a quick little rumble of thunder and a thunder shower tomorrow, but nothing too heavy or long lasting tomorrow. So that's the good news. And going into the weekend, yes, the warming trend is probably welcome, might help our mental health, and overall the sunshine this week will help our mental health, I would argue. It could be a little muggy this weekend, dew points around 60, maybe a little bit higher. So it starts becoming maybe a little bit unpleasant with this warmth coming up this weekend. So we flip a switch, we go right into May warmth and a little bit of a taste of summer coming up this weekend. All right, thank you all for tuning in. James, I have a wonderful rooftop. You would love to see some lightning, and you want those spring storms. So no widespread chances of thunderstorms, maybe an isolated, scattered small one in the next 24 hours, but nothing like what you probably want to see. Sounds like you're a weather lover. I love that. And Denver, what's the earliest 90-degree temperature ever recorded for DC in May? Gosh, that's a good one. I will check on the earliest 90-degree reading. I don't have it at the top of my head, but we're getting to the point where we can expect 90 degrees. And we've had 90-degree readings in March, so there's something for you. Brad, 93 is the average low temperature is not 93. Our average low temperature is right around, I believe, 55 or so. So we're getting there. For this is the week ahead forecast. We're finally going to get Thursday, Friday back out of this cold pattern. So we finally get closer to our average low temperature of 55 degrees as well. And let me show you what we have here is 56 coming up for tomorrow is our average low temperature. And we also go from 74 today to 75 degrees tomorrow for our average high temperature as well. So I hope that is some help. That was a great question. Thanks for tuning in, Denver. Peter, hello. Glad you are tuning in. And what else is here? Andrea, moving in the right direction as far as sunshine and warmth. I could not agree more. And Andrea, you were indeed talking about the week ahead forecast, which I agree with. I'm happy to see a little bit of warmth. It might get a little muggy this weekend, but we're, take what we can get. And thank you all for tuning in. I think I've caught up on all the questions. And Brad, indeed, mid-50s for our average low temperatures this time of year. So that was a great question. Let's see. Yep, 90-degree reading on March 20th, 1907 is the earliest. Latest 90-degree rating ever recorded in DC was July 12th of 1970 something. So sorry the comment got truncated, but thank you, Jason, for tuning in. And Cassandra, you're most welcome for this warmer weather. Anytime you need us on the blog, we're at capitalweathergang.com. And for our latest forecast, go to cwg.news/latest. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang, from my yard to yours, to your home, your yard. I hope you are getting a little bit of air, socially distanced, of course, and carefully. It will get warm and will get tempting to go outside later this week. Just be safe. And remember to keep that physical 6 feet or more of distance when you're getting some exercise and some mental health breaks. So thank you all for tuning in, and all the latest anytime you need us at capitalweathergang.com and on Twitter at capitalweather. Have a really good night, and I hope you could see my graphics, and I'm glad I have comments today with the graphics. Take care for now. Bye-bye.